What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MROCKS today. MROCKS, Moonsters, native token, as I like to call it, Mr. Ox. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. A lot of stuff is going on with their ecosystem, man. A lot of things going on in the Moonsters world. It's pretty damn cool to see, to hear, to watch develop. If we're looking at this right now, my last video that I made on Moonsters, I was talking about. Come on now, load. I was talking about how I expect the price to come down below, just below 0.004. And I want to go over why I thought that would happen, right? And I say thought because yes, it was a thought, but now I think we might not be going down that low. I think we tried and we're not going to. From a high to or a low to a high here, the 382 is right there just below 0.004. And maybe we go down there still. So if we see prices down there, that's a very optimal area to buy. But we had the wick down. We really tried to get down there, and there was some massive buying pressure that stepped in, right? Some of the most volume we've ever seen actually on a 4-hour candle was on this candle here, this wick right here. So, looking at it for what it is, this really to me looks like a horizontal accumulation zone, or maybe a shakeout zone, right? The people who don't know about this project, who are just seeing that it's it's number 28, number 23, number whatever it was on Dex Screener a couple days ago. Whatever it is, they're just getting in, getting out, testing the waters, right? The people who are tourists, as I like to say, they're not here to make money, they're here to spend money. They've gotten in, they've gotten out, they've gotten shaked out, they've had their opportunities to buy perhaps as well. And now we're just holding and waiting. And I really do think that if we were to go lower, we probably would have done it here on this candle. That might have been it. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if we're looking at this on a 1-hour time frame here, which we are, and looking at this now, you have a downtrend in your RSI, right? And as long as you have this downtrend, why did that happen? Is it working? Let's see. Let me try this here. Let's try this again. There we go. As long as you have these lower lows and lower highs here, the idea that the price can go lower is definitely there. But if you look at this downtrend and in correspondence to the price itself, you haven't moved down. You've got lower lows, but you have higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. A downtrend like this with price action like this is very bullish. Essentially, you could keep moving sideways and maybe move down a little bit, whatever, but you stay in this general range. You get to that oversold zone, and then once that downtrend breaks, what happened last time you broke a downtrend in the RSI? Dex screener is glitching out on me here. You see the last time that you broke out of this downtrend, you had a downtrend here, lower highs, lower lows. I hope it's obvious to see. You formed a very massive uptrend, right? You had higher lows there and higher highs here. You formed an uptrend. Whenever you broke out of this downtrend here, that was your low, and you formed a very massive uptrend, okay? And once you got overbought, that's when the real magic started to happen. So what I'm trying to say here, I'm beating around the bush, but what I'm trying to say here is I don't think we go lower. I think that if you're buying here, you're probably going to reap the rewards of seeing this thing go higher, right? Again, this thing is, and I'm not necessarily surprised, right? Typically, I would expect you pull back to that 382 area, but I'm not surprised that it's holding up well because again, the amount of time that this thing had for accumulation down at these lows, right? It was pretty grand from June 14th until August 29th. That's a pretty long amount of time for a DEX coin, for a coin like this, for a low liquidity, low market cap coin. The people who are investing down here are investors. They're just that. They're people who are in it for the long run. They're not going to sell as soon as we catch our first wind, right? They're probably not even going to sell in the second wind or the third wind, right? They're in it for the long haul. And this project has been years in the making, multiple years in development. It came out back in May of this year, but it's been something that's been worked on for longer than just that, right? If you know, right? It's not hard to know. You can actually figure that information out even by playing the game that they have, Flappy Moons. They got a little fun fact that tells you that. Or if you're watching or listening to the spaces and they talk about it, right? The art that's been designed for the NFTs behind this project has been in the makings for the past couple of years now. Actually, all these designs from a high to a low, or actually maybe even more than a couple of years. I don't know. From a high to a low, here's another reason why I think that we found support. The golden ratio from your all-time high to your all-time low, that Fibonacci retracement, that golden ratio right there is exactly where you wicked. You found support right there. And typically when you tear through your golden ratio like this on the first attempt, when you tear through it, you go to the 786, 886, typically you go down to your 0.5 or 382, unless you find support at the golden ratio. Then you look to go higher. And how much higher? You guys, we're talking about new all-time highs. I have people left and right telling me thank you for putting me onto this. I've made some money. I've had a few people, more than a few people, reach out to me and tell me how much they've made, and I'm happy for them, or how much their percentage gains have been too. And I'm happy for you guys. But I've had even more people tell me, it looks like I'm late to the party. I'm not going to get in on this, whatever. Well, the rest of the market's taking a crap, guys. And while the rest of the market's taking a crap, I'm just saying I see this thing going up another 3x. Okay. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Don't go selling your coins to put them into this coin. That's probably not a good idea, right? Because you don't want to miss out that the market's down as a whole right now. What if the market doesn't keep crapping and things start to come up, right? What if you sell your coin at the wrong time? You don't want to do that. But if you got $100 or a couple $100 or $1,000, a couple $1,000, whatever, whatever a little bit of money is to you on the side, some effort money, or if you got some money that's serious that you want to put into this, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 3x from here at a minimum. That's the first target. Again, going with the idea here, most of this thing's existence was accumulation, right? Massive pump, massive dump, accumulation. Shake out the weak hands, give the strong hands an opportunity to buy. And by definition, the strong hands, if they bought down here, they're probably not going to sell at the first target area. That's a 3x. The next target area is a 4x. The next target area is a 6x. Yes, almost a 7x. Yes, you get it? And I wouldn't be surprised if we went all the way up there. That market cap, by the way, because right now we're at a, what is it, a $6.6 million market cap. That put us at a $46 million market cap, $45 million market cap. I could see it happening. If not there, I mean, what, maybe we stop at 10 million, but no, probably not. I mean, maybe there's some turbulence there, 10 million psychological resistance, prior all-time high area, but we get above 10 million, we're not stopping at 11. 1.1 cents is 11 million. The way that they built this, it's so easy, you don't have to check it, right? Like you look at it now, it's at 0066, and that price is 6.6 million. So 1 cent is 10 million. 10 cents is 100 million. $1 is 1 billion, right? That's how it works. Oops, I didn't mean to hide the trending bar. I like the trending bar. I like that to be up there always, actually. Hide the sidebar. I suppose the sidebar is nice too, but for this analysis, I don't want to have it there. So all that to say, my friends, I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we saw something on the lines of a 3x to a near 7x move at the pace we've grown between now and by the time the rest of the market's resolved, it's bearish antics. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if Bitcoin went down to, it's at 109.4K now. If Bitcoin was down at 103, 106K, and Moonsters was at its high, MoonROCKS was at its high, right up here. And maybe it doesn't even stop there. Again, the kind of conviction that this community has is very, very strong. And people are going to take profits, right? Of course they're going to take profits, but I don't know at the same time, man. I don't know. And we'll see. We'll see, but this is not just some pump and dump scheme. A lot of people are worried, and I mentioned this in the other video, and someone had a question because I answered the question. They're like, "Why is there so much? There's like 60% in one wallet or 70% in one wallet." And I said it's the mem pool. It's the like staking. It's the liquidity pool, but you also stake and you get rewards through it. Like it's something. So like me right now, my funds are a part of that, but I don't have access to all that, and that wallet itself doesn't have access to all my funds. It's just a wallet that you put your funds into if you want staking rewards. Does that make sense, right? I have a part of that. If I were to withdraw my funds, I'd be in like the top 30 wallets or something like that, but I don't have all those funds. And same thing with all the other people who are participating in there, right? It's like the liquidity pool essentially, and it's also for staking and staking rewards, which it's minimal rewards that you get. It's not like crazy returns, but hey, it's something. It's nice. It's free Moonsters, and at these price levels, whenever it goes up, it's going to amplify. So, anyways though, no, it's not a rug pull. It's not a pump and dump. The people behind this are not. That's not who's in charge, man. That's not who's in charge at all. And if you have followed my channel, I've had a couple people who have followed my channel for a long time who are like, man, I never thought you'd promote a project like this, promoting rug pulls. Like, it's like, dude, I wouldn't. I would never promote a rug pull. I would never, at least not intentionally, right? If these guys have poor intentions, in their plots here, they got me good. They got me, and they got their whole damn community good. But call it a, I wouldn't even say gut feeling. Call it just real, recognizing real. You know when somebody cares about their work, and the people behind this, they care. They're not going to pump and dump. They're not going to cut and run. Absolutely not. They have reputations in this space to uphold, and beyond that, they're good people. So that's just not their style. If you want to hop in on the party train, we're probably going to pull a 3x or more here over the coming weeks. That's my guess. And at this rate, that might be not bullish enough. Maybe we do more than that over a couple of weeks. Maybe we do a 3 to a 6 7x over the next couple of days. I don't know, but it's going to be spectacular. I'm starting to think that was the low, and we're just doing a horizontal consolidation phase, which is actually one of the most bullish things to do at the top of this area, at the top of a massive pump like this. So whoever bought down here at these various areas that we talked about, congratulations. If you bought up here, we'll be congratulating you soon enough. All right. I have a bottle of champagne, and I might just pop it open whenever we get to new all-time highs for Moonsters. Take it easy. Sayonara. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Bye-bye.